Hi, JCL's advanced Certamen finals will begin shortly. We're running a little behind from the previous rounds.
Welcome to 2021 Advanced Certamen Finals for the National Junior Classical League Convention. This is the 50th year that Certamen has been played at NJCL, and we are thrilled to have you all with us. I want to start by congratulating all of the players, teachers, and coaches who have participated in this year's tournament. It's been a joy as moderators to work for you. And I am speaking on for all the moderators on that account. My name is Jenny Luongo. I have the honor of being the National Certamen Chair currently. Players who are playing here in finals, we will give you a moment to introduce yourselves in just a moment. I want to emphasize how proud we are of your accomplishments, regardless what happens during these 20 questions. Your coaches, your teachers should all be incredibly proud, and nothing that happens in this round should diminish that. I'm going to turn things over now to Dr. Emily Husino, who will also introduce the rest of the moderating staff that will be working these advanced Certamen finals. Bonum fortunam omnibus.
Hi, my name is Emily Husino. I am going to be your moderator today. I'm a professor of classics at the University of Rochester and a former Certamen player. So I have been in your position. I know what this feels like. Today, I'd like to introduce the rest of our staff today. So the other moderators in the room, we've got our protest moderator, Michael Carty. We have, do you want to introduce yourself or?
Sure, I'm Michael Kearney. I'm from Wisconsin, and I've been in this position before as well as a former Certamen player. Good luck, everybody.
Our moderator in charge of pasting Boney into the chat today, Jeremy Walker.
Hi, everybody. I'm a Latin teacher up in Northwest Indiana and state co-chair for Indiana.
And our moderator handling sharing the visual today, Andrew Rist.
Hi, I'm Andrew from San Antonio, Texas. Just here to show you the visual.
And then our two scorekeepers today, David Fott, and I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Yes, you did. I'm from Nevada.
And Laura Hudek.
Hi there, I'm Laura Hudek, and I am from Texas.
And our timer today, Patty Hay.
I'm Patty Hay. I teach right outside of Pittsburgh, and I'm the state chair for Pennsylvania.
And the person managing all the tech today, Shannon Sloan.
Hi, I'm Shannon Sloan. I'm from Tennessee.
So that is our staff making sure this whole thing runs well. And then I'd like the teams to introduce themselves. And again, we'll just go in alphabetical order. So we'll start with DC.
Hi, I'm Jonas Howard. I'm from Basis DC. I am the captain and the only player on the DC team.
And Florida.
Yeah, I'm Robert Muniz from Classical Conversations, and I am the captain of the advanced team Florida.
Hi, I am Moy Muniz from Classical Conversation.
Hi, I'm Catherine Cox from Midtown Classical.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Nunez from Holy Trinity Episcopal Academy.
And Texas.
Hi, I'm Emma Schmidt from Austin, Texas.
I'm Bang Edwards, also from Austin, Texas.
Hello, I'm Marco. I'm from San Antonio, Texas.
Hey y'all, I'm Christian Colon and I'm from San Antonio, Texas.
I would also like to congratulate all the teams on making it to finals today. We know how hard you've worked to get here, and you should really be proud of your accomplishments, just getting this far and making it to finals. And I wish everyone a good match today. So let's continue with the pregame. I'd like to remind you to keep checking the Sched app for upcoming sessions. Many of the colloquia, if you've missed them because you've been playing Certamen, are pre-recorded, and you can still enjoy them after you are done with finals today. By participating in this session, you are agreeing to abide by the NJCL Code of Conduct and the guidelines, which I will go over. Do not record any audio or video without express permission. The moderator and the tech assistant have the authority to remind participants of the guidelines and to remove a participant from Zoom for not following the guidelines and/or the NJCL Code of Conduct. Players must keep their cameras on during the round. Players, I remind you to wait until you are recognized to answer a toss-up. You may appear first in the list on your own screen, but the screen that we're going to be going by is what's on my screen, and that may be different from what you see. I will be recognizing you by state and number, so make sure you know which number you are for your team. I'll remind the audience to keep their cameras off. At the score checks at 5, 10, and 15, people are free to clap using the Zoom reactions or type encouraging words in the chat. At the score check after 19, please limit your reaction to the Zoom clapping reaction. Audience members in Zoom may turn their cameras on at the end of the round. I'd like to remind the players not to do anything that could be construed as consultation, including gestures or any verbal or electronic communication with other players, coaches, or audience members. You may only communicate with other players by voice in Zoom or by Zoom chat. There should be no exclamations about consultation or other rules or procedures during a question in progress. If players have a question during the toss-up, they should raise their hands or use their voice to ask the question. The raising the hand is a better option, so it's not construed as you answering the question. I'd like to remind you that moderators have discretion to make rulings during the round. If there is a protest, again, it should be directed to Michael Kearney. If there is another issue, feel free to direct it to Jenny Luolko, who is the Certamen chair. And we ask that you be polite and respectful of our judgment. Because this is finals, all protests must be lodged before question 20 for questions 1 through 19. No protest may be filed after the match has been completed. Does anyone have any questions? All right, let's do the Aurelia passage. It should be in the chat for everybody. Here we go. Aurelia, qui urbs placebat, erat in Egypto cum familia sua ingenti et equo suo. Predicim ludos magnos Iovis in amphitheatro Alexandriae spectabant. Tandem hic equus iratus domum recurre coitit. Ehu. Do you all have any questions for me about my Latin or pronunciation? Okay. Well, in that case, let's all take a deep breath and let's start the round. There is a content warning on this round for killing and family violence, and I just want that to be noted. Now, National JCL Certamen Advanced Finals 2021. I will read one practice question now for no points. This question does not necessarily reflect the difficulty of questions found in this tournament. Toss-up 0 for any team. Latin names, even more than our own, usually had some connection to common nouns, and their owners, as we are, were subject to good-natured or bad-natured puns. What was the meaning of the common noun Scipio? DC 1. Answer, please.
Thrush.
No, I'm sorry. Texas 3.
Staff.
Yeah, staff, cane, walking stick is correct. So bonus for Texas. Whose name came from the noun meaning chickpea?
Cicero, right?
Who?
Cicero, right? Cicero, final answer.
Cicero is correct. Bonus 2. What do we call that which the Romans called the Vergiliae?
The Virgil things. I don't know.
Like you mean like the things they use for like prophesizing or something? The sword case?
Oh.
Something? I don't know how to like say that.
Entrail? I have no idea.
Oh.
I need your answer, please.
Entrails, final answer.
No, I'm sorry, it's the Pleiades. And that is no points on toss-up 0 for Texas, because there is no points available on the question. In recognition of 2021 being the 50th year of Certamen, this practice question, like all practice questions in this year's tournament, was a throwback question. This particular one came from the 1984 upper finals of the NJCL Certamen. All right, so now we get to the real questions. Toss-up 1 for all teams. Which of the following adjectives cannot agree with the noun form tigrida? Benevolentem, clara, ignotum, Florida 1.
Clara.
Clara is correct. And the last one was maximum. Bonus 1 for Florida. Which of the following adjectives cannot agree with the noun form virus? Ingains, maleficus, maius, obscurum.
Engaging in just one focus. In Maleficus, probably.
I need your answer, please.
Maleficus, final.
Maleficus is correct. Bonus 2. Which of the following adjectives cannot agree with the noun form origo? Humili, ignota, aspera, torpis.
Origo. Humili, I think. Yeah. Humili, final.
Humili is correct. That's 20 points on toss-up 1 for Florida. Toss-up 2 for all teams. A visual will now be shared. All right. Once it is shared, you will have 15 seconds to examine it before I begin the toss-up. You are now looking at a scene from a 16th century tapestry, likely designed by Jean Cousin the Elder, which depicts a central myth in Cretan mythology. The question, please identify by name the individual labeled with the letter DC1.
Brito Martis.
Brito Martis is correct. The letter E. So bonus one for DC. Please identify the character in this myth labeled with the letter D.
Maybe.
I need your answer, please.
Minos, final answer.
Minos is correct. Bonus two. According to Virgil's Cyrus, what woman was forced to be the nursemaid to Nissus's daughter Scylla and was the mother of Britomartis? I need your answer, please.
Dictina, final answer.
No, I'm sorry, it's Carme. So that's 15 points for DC on toss-up 2. Toss-up 3 for all teams. What prefect of Egypt led a 6-month march through the Florida 1?
I thought that was Alexander.
No, I'm sorry. DC 1.
Gallus.
Could you repeat?
Gallus.
I need more information.
Cornelius Gallus.
No, I'm sorry. Texas 4.
Aelius Gallus.
Aelius Gallus is correct. Bonus 1 for Texas. Due to lack of water, Gallus was forced to abandon the siege of what city whose ruins can be found in modern Yemen?
Could you paste the toss-up too?
I believe this is Mariba. Let me type that out.
Okay.
I think it's that.
Okay. Probably better to say it though, just in case.
Yeah.
But sounds good.
Final answer, Mariba.
Mariba is correct. And my apologies, I forgot to read the entirety of the toss-up. Let me just do that. What prefect of Egypt led a 6-month march through the Arabian desert to raid the kingdom of the Sabaeans and Arabia Felix during the reign of Augustus? So my apologies for not doing that sooner. And Mariba is correct, yes. Bonus 2 for Texas. After the Amicitia with the Sabaeans was broken, what coastal city did the Romans destroy?
Oh, shoot. Coastal cities. I don't have anything at the moment.
You know where the Sabaeans were?
I think this is somewhere in like Egypt. I think it's still in Egypt, but I'm not.
I need your answer, please.
Oh wait, Faros, final answer.
No, I'm sorry, it's Aden. A-D-E-N. So that's 15 points on toss-up 3 for Texas. Toss-up 4 for all teams. In Toga Candida and Pro Cornelio are the titles of 2 lost Ciceronian speeches that are transmitted. Florida 1.
Asconius Pedionus.
Asconius Pedionus is correct. The full toss-up. Are transmitted to us from commentaries by what author, a blind man from Padua, from whom we have commentaries on 5 speeches of Cicero. Bonus 1 for Florida. Name one of the other 3 speeches of Cicero which Pedionus commented on.
Can you paste the toss-up too? Or whoever is doing pasting. Okay, so into De do sua maybe something.
I need your answer, please.
De domo sua.
No, I'm sorry. It could have been any one of proscalro, in pisonem, or promelone. Bonus 2 for Florida. Pedianus also wrote a philological work that opposed the detractors of what author?
Virgil, maybe? I think it's Virgil. Virgil, final.
Virgil is correct. So that is 15 points on toss-up 4 for Florida. Toss-up 5 for all teams. What meaning is shared by the roots of the English words lintel, DC1?
Slow.
No, I'm sorry. Texas 3.
Boundary.
Boundary is correct. The words were lintel and paraffin. Bonus 1 for Texas. What meaning is shared by the roots of the English words neat and candid?
Oh, neat. I thought she said. Okay, never mind. Do you know, Emma?
I don't. Candid is like to shine, right?
Yeah.
Like Armida.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
maybe like Nitor or something.
I need your answer, please.
Final answer, shine.
Shine is correct. Bonus 2. What meaning is shared by the roots of the English words inept, verisimilitude, and correct?
Okay, inept is from optus, which is like suitable.
Like fitting?
What did you say?
Like fitting, maybe? Because
Oh, that, yeah.
Correct comes from Rex, right?
Yeah, that doesn't.
I don't know how they fit together.
I need your answer, please.
Emma, go with it.
Oh, fitting.
No, I'm sorry. The word we're looking for is proper. If we could just check on fitting just in case, but proper is what we have here. So right now it's 15 points on toss-up 5 for, 15 points on toss-up 5 for Texas. And our score after 5 questions.
The score after 5 questions, Florida 35, Texas 30, DC 15.
All right. Clap, cheer, applaud. Take a deep breath. All right. Toss-up 6 for all teams. Give the Latin term for the optional fee that patrons would pay. Florida 1.
Honorarium.
Honorarium is correct. That patrons would pay to fashionable schools that didn't charge explicit fees. Bonus 1 for Florida. Along with holidays like Saturnalia and religious festivals, what days would students habitually get off from school?
Like market days. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I don't know this.
Go.
I think that's the only thing I can think of. Like, I don't know anything about this. Market days, final.
Market days is correct. Bonus 2. What was the Latin term for the gallery attached to a public building in which school was often held?
It's not like Allah. It's not like I don't think it's Allah. It's this is annoying. Like Allah is all I've got. I can't not Allah.
I need your answer, please.
Allah, final.
No, I'm sorry, it's pergola. So that is 15 points on toss-up 6 for Florida. Toss-up 7 for all teams. Say in Latin, using a passive periphrastic, the only thing we have to fear is fear it. Texas 3. Answer, please.
Res sola nobis timendum est power ipse.
No, I'm sorry. Florida 1.
Metus sol metus like ipsa metus sola timenda est nobis.
Could you repeat?
Okay, so ipsa metus what did I say? Ipsa metus sola timendus est nobis.
No, I'm sorry. DC 1.
Nobis sola res timenda est timor ipse.
No, I'm sorry. We needed something along the lines of either sola res quae or solum quad, nobis timenda or timendum est, timor ipse est. So that is no points on toss-up 7. Toss-up 8 for all teams. Because the new Pope Cornelius agreed with Cyprian's view on the controversy pertaining to Christians, Florida 1.
Novation.
Novation is correct. The full toss-up. Pertaining to Christians who had denied their faith during the persecutions, what Latin author and priest of Rome who opposed Cyprian's view had himself elected Pope of his own followers and also wrote works entitled De Bono Pudicitiae, De Spectaculis, and De Trinitate? Bonus 1 for Florida. What was the title of Cyprian's work concerning these Christians who had denied their faith during the persecutions?
Like De Lopsis, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's right. De Lopsis, final.
De Lopsis is correct. Bonus 2. What controversial Christian theologian was the subject of violent exchanges of letters between Jerome and Rufinus?
Jerome and who?
Donatus Magnus, maybe?
Who?
Donatus Magnus?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I need your answer, please.
Donatus.
No, I'm sorry, it's Origin or Oregon. So that is 15 points on toss-up 8. And I have an update on toss-up 5 bonus 2. Texas will be getting credit for that. So it'll be 20 points total for Texas on toss-up 5. That was the fitting versus proper. Toss-up 9 for all teams. Give the Latin legal phrase, often figuratively translated malice aforethought, DC 1. Answer, please.
Vitium praeputandi.
No, I'm sorry. I will restart the question. Give the Latin legal phrase, often figuratively translated malice aforethought, although a stricter translation, Texas 3.
Mains rea.
No, I'm sorry. I will restart the question again. Give the Latin legal phrase, often figuratively translated malice aforethought, although a stricter translation might be with evil mind. give the Latin legal phrase, often figuratively translated malice aforethought, although a stricter translation might be with evil mind. Florida 1.
Lastamente.
No, I'm sorry. The phrase we are looking for is malo animo. So that's no points on toss-up 9. Toss-up 10 for...
Sorry, before I go on, Marco was raising his hand. I think he was.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. Can I challenge my answer? Of mains, I think I said.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
We will note the challenge and we will investigate it. I'm sure our in-house attorney can help with that. I say that as someone because he practices law. All right. So while that challenge is pending, we will continue on. Toss up 10 for all teams. Natives of Troezen claimed that 9 men used a sacred stone in its marketplace to cleanse what man who supposedly bit off a finger to stop the Furies from chasing him for mattress. Florida 1.
Orestes?
Orestes is correct. To stop the Furies from chasing him for matricide. Bonus 1 for Florida. Name Orestes' half-sister, the daughter of Aegisthus and Clytemnestra, whom Apollodorus says brought him to trial for matricide.
Electra, but is that the daughter of Aegisthus and Clytemnestra?
I think so. I mean, wait, Electra seems odd for final.
That's not right. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, is there one like Hermione or something?
Hermione? No, that's a Menelaus.
I need your answer, please.
Oh, Electra is all we got. I guess Electra, final.
No, I'm sorry. It's Erigone. Bonus 2. Name Orestes' half-brother, the son of Aegisthus and Clytemnestra, who seized the throne at Mycenae while Orestes was absent and was killed on Orestes' return.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Like Maidon or something. That's not right.
It's not like Pilates. That's not right. That's not right.
Yeah, I'm good.
I need your answer, please.
Maidon.
I'm sorry, it's Aletes. So that's 10 points on toss-up 10 to Florida, and our score at the halfway point.
The score at halftime is Florida 75, Texas 35, DC 15.
So, well played round so far. I'm getting a protest update, so before we continue on.
Yes, 1 second. So the protest, the only one outstanding right now, was on toss-up 9, when Texas answered mens rea for the answer of malo animo. That protest has been denied on the grounds that mens rea only suggests that the person has the intent or knowledge of wrongdoing in committing the crime without making judgments on malice or other moral characteristics. So the score is as just read.
Thank you, Mr. Carney. All right. So continuing on, toss-up 11 for all teams. What emperor from Sirmium defeated the Getae on the DC 1?
Claudius Gothicus.
No, I'm sorry. Florida 3.
Probus?
Probus is correct. The full toss-up. Defeated the Getae on the lower Danube, a Nubian people called the Blemii, and an Isaurian man named Lydius, who had led a band of robbers to terrorize Pamphylia and Lycia, all during his 6-year reign. Bonus 1 for Florida. What 2 men proclaimed themselves joint emperors at Cologne in 280 AD, but were defeated several months later, either dying in battle or captured?
Okay, this is Benosus and Proculus, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, defer to William.
Benosis and Proculus, final answer.
Benosis and Proculus is correct. Bonus 2. What Moorish governor of Syria also proclaimed himself Augustus in 280 AD, but was killed by his own troops before Probus could travel east?
I think it's Julius Saturninus.
Go for it.
Julius Saturninus, final answer.
Julius Saturninus is correct. So that is 20 points on toss-up 11 for Florida. Toss-up 12 for all teams. Which of the following nouns, if any, does not belong with the others because of gender? Os, where, aker, kos, Florida 1.
Kos.
Could you repeat?
Kos.
Kos is correct. The other word was marmor. Bonus 1 for Florida. Which of those nouns, if any, does not belong because of declension? And the nouns are os, where, aker, kos, marmor.
Okay, so os, yeah, or is there something where was aker? Aker maybe?
Before it.
Aker, final.
No, I'm sorry, the answer is none. Bonus 2. Which of the following nouns, if any, does not belong with the others because of gender? Wertex, ligo, parties, phones, grex.
Okay, so Vertex, ligo, parties. Text Vertex. Ligo, final.
And I'm sorry, it's Wertex. So that is 10 points on toss-up 12 for Florida, toss-up 13 for all teams. The legal author Mesurius Sabinus gave his name to the legal Florida 1.
Antistius Labeo.
No, I'm sorry. I will restart the question. The legal author Mesurius Sabinus gave his name to the legal school headed by what scholar of the Augustan age who wrote works on sacred and constitutional law such as Connectanea and De Texas 4.
Capito?
Capito is correct. Works such as Connectanea and De Jure Sacrificio, and pursued a political career all the way up to the consulship, unlike his contemporary Antistius Labeo, who preferred a more private and peaceful life. Bonus 1 for Texas. What was the name of the opposing school of legal thought led by Antistius Labeo?
Oh shoot, I have no clue who this.
I think we had this. Oh no.
I don't know. Peripatetic is all I've got, but I know that's wrong.
Your answer, please.
Final answer, peripatetic.
No, I'm sorry, it's Proculian. Bonus 2. What earlier legal scholar, a consul of 198 BC, wrote a work entitled Tripartita, which includes the 12 tables and a commentary on their development along with the Legis Actiones?
I think it's Cottus, but I don't know his. I think it's Pritus Cottus. No,
maybe like Aelius Pitus, is that it?
Yeah, Pitus, not Pritus. There's no R. I remember.
So what's the full name before you say finally?
I think it's Sextus Aelius Pitus is his full name.
Oh man, yeah.
I'm gonna go with
just please.
Aelius Pitus final.
Aelius Pitus is correct. Or full name Aelius Pitus Cottus. So that is 15 points on toss-up 13 for Texas. Toss-up 14 for all teams. Who changed his sacrifice from a hero sacrifice to a Florida won?
Mayorkas.
Mayorkas is correct. He changed his sacrifice to a sacrifice to Zeus the Savior after he saw, exactly 30 days after first coming, Heracles again reach Cleonae, though now with the Nemean lion's pelt. Bonus 1 for Florida. Heracles returned to Cleonae a third time, for it was there that he ambushed and killed what pair of brothers as they journeyed to the Isthmian Games?
Elabion and Dersinus, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe. That sounds like very familiar with this sort of thing. Wait, like Elabion and Dersinus, are you okay with that?
Yeah, sounds good.
Elabion and Dersinus, final.
No, I'm sorry. It's the Molionides. So Teotus and Eurytus were their names. Bonus 2 for Florida. After killing the Moliones, Heracles recalled Algeus' son Phyleus from what island from which Phyleus' son Meges hails in the Iliad and Amphinomus hails in the Odyssey?
Maybe like Kos. I don't know.
Could be that. Kos doesn't seem wrong. I mean, I don't know this at all. Kos, final.
No, I'm sorry, it's Dulichium. So that is 10 points on toss-up 14. Toss-up 15 for all teams. Translate into English the following sentence. Cum praedones in silva nos invenierent, omnia nobis praeter vestimenta. Florida 1.
Since robbers found like us in the forest, we lack all things except clothes.
No, I'm sorry. DC 1.
Because the robbers were finding us in the forest, they stole everything from us except clothing.
No, I'm sorry. I will restart the question. Translate into English the following sentence. Cum praedones in silva nos invenierent, omnia nobis praeter vestimenta in tergis nostris abstulerunt. Translate into English the following sentence. Cum praedones in silva nos invenierent, omnia nobis praeter vestimenta in tergis nostris abstulerunt. Excuse me. Texas 3.
Since the robbers were finding us in the woods, they stole everything from us except the clothes on our back.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I did too. No, I'm sorry, I'm not going to accept that. What we were looking for is When, since, because the robbers found us in the forest or woods, they stole everything from us except the clothes on our backs. And that's where the word is the plural there, on backs.
Did I challenge?
Certainly you may.
Okay,
And
just for the back part, yeah.
yes.
Thank you so much.
And Michael, do you have that? Yes, the moderators will discuss.
Yep, we have all three of your answers transcribed verbatim. And speaking of sentences, we have an actual update on toss-up 7, which I'll repeat for you and for those at home. Say in Latin using a passive periphrastic, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. We noted down your answers, even though none were accepted. And then the moderator pit determined that answer 3, which was nobis sola res temenda est timor ipse, given by DC, is correct. So we're going to give those points to DC and do the bonuses for toss-up 7 before we get our score check.
Okay, thank you for the update. All right, so DC, the bonus is for toss-up 7. Bonus 1. Now using 2 indirect questions, say in Latin to one person, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. I need your answer, please.
Noli rogare quid tua patria tibi facere possit. Roga quid tu pro patria tua facere possis. Final answer.
That is correct. Noli rogare quid tua patria. Actually, it's only, I actually can't remember exactly what you said, and there's lots of options, and I don't want to misquote you. There we go. Noli rogare quid tua patria tibi facere possit. Roga quid tu pro patria tua facere possis. Yes, that is correct. Bonus 2. Now say in Latin to more than one person, it is better for you to be defeated while upholding a high principle than to escape by deceiving. I need your answer, please.
Melius est vobis superari tolentibus altum principium quam evadere fallendo. Final answer.
So, 1 second. Yes, I think I can accept that. Melius est vobis superare tolentibus altum principium quam evadere fallendo. Sorry, it wasn't totally all the vocabulary we had on the page, and I just wanted to confirm before doing so. So that is 20 points on toss-up 7 for DC. And we were at the score check after 15.
Yes, the score after 15 questions is Florida 115, Texas 50, DC 35.
Well played, everyone. All right. Deep breath. Toss-up 16. While the most famous example of this type of poem is exemplified by a lost letter from Cinna to Asinius Pollio in Florida 1.
What's it called?
Answer please.
Epilion.
No, I'm sorry. DC 1.
Propempticon.
Propempticon is correct. The full toss-up. While the most famous example of this type of poem is exemplified by a lost letter from Cinna to Asinius Pollio in 56 BC, a reversed form of this type of poem is still preserved in one of Horace's epodes, wishing a shipwreck upon the poet Mylius. What is the Greek term for this type of poem that expresses wishes for a prosperous journey to a departing friend? Bonus 1 for DC. Claudian's poem on the occasion of the marriage of Honorius and the daughter of Stilicho, and Catullus's poem on the marriage of Manlius Torquatus and Vinia Aruncalea are examples of what type of Latin poem?
Epithalamium, final answer.
Epithalamium is correct. Bonus 2. Callus's Io, Cinna's Smyrna, and Valerius Cato's Dictina are examples of what type of Latin poem? I need your answer, please.
Epilion, final answer.
Epilion is correct. So that's 20 points on toss-up 16 for DC. Toss-up 17 for all teams. Listen carefully to the following passage, which I will read twice, then answer the questions that follow in English. The passage. Johannes bonus qui terrebat dies suos sub arbore Cytherae canendo, numquam officium sumebat. Mater eius Johanni dictavit, fore ut is dux fieret gregis magnitam clari, ut homines undique norum Aurelianensem advenierent. Non solum hoc, sed etiam promisit fore ut nomen eius solus occasu scriberetur luminibus. Numquam metuit ne insignis non fieret, quia omnes qui huc advenierent Johanne clamabunt. Repeating. Johannes bonus qui terrebat dies suos sub arbore Cytherae canendo, numquam officium sumebat. Mater eius Johanni dictavit, fore ut is dux fieret gregis magnitam clari, ut homines undique novum Aurelianensem advenierent. Non solum hoc, sed etiam promisit fore ut nomen eius solus occasus scriberetur luminibus. Numquam metuit ne insignis non fieret, quia omnes qui huc advenierent Johanne clamabunt. the question. Who will, DC1. Answer.
A famous leader.
No, I'm sorry. Texas 3.
King.
No, I'm sorry. I will restart the question. Who will shout Johannes's name according to the passage? Florida 1.
The people coming from everywhere.
Yes, the people coming from everywhere, or the people who come there, yes. Bonus 1 for Florida. And we'll get the passage posted. Right. Bonus 1. Who got Johannes out from under the tree with a couple of promises?
His mother, right? Yeah, his mother, final.
His mother is correct. Bonus 2. What 2 things did Johannes's mother promise him?
That he would become like the leader of a great people, and like his name would be written down. I think, yeah. Like he would become the leader of a great people and his name would be written down. Final.
I want to get a check on this, on the second part. So that he would become the leader of a great people or band, if you will, and that his name would be written down. We are looking for his name would be written in lights, but I'm inclined to say written down is okay. So I'm going to accept it, but I'm going to ask him to check it. I think so. That's so 20 points on toss-up 17 for Florida. Toss-up 18 for all teams. Following the disaster at Lautulai during the Second Samnite War, the Romans were able to recover lost DC1.
Capua.
No, I'm sorry. I will restart the question. Following the disaster at Lautulai during the Second Samnite War, the Romans were able to recover lost resources in part by establishing several colonies. Florida 3.
For July?
No, I'm sorry. Another signal, I'll restart the question. Following the disaster at Lautulai during the Second Samnite War, the Romans were able to recover lost resources in part by establishing several colonies, such as one on the site of what Samnite stronghold in Apulia, which they captured in 314 BC. Following the disaster at Lautulai during the Second Samnite War, the Romans were able to recover lost resources in part by establishing several colonies, such as one on the site of what Samnite stronghold in Apulia, which they captured in 314 BC. Texas 4. Answer, please.
Arcioli?
No, I'm sorry. The answer was Lucaria. So that's no points on toss-up 18. Toss-up 19 for all teams. Describamus nunc proprietates dictionum in hac sententia ab Ovidio scripta. Par erat inferior versus. Risise cupido dicitur atque unum sorripuisse pedem. Quo casu est DC1. Answer, please.
Accusativo.
No, I'm sorry. Florida 1.
Dativo.
No, I'm sorry. I will restart the question. De scribamus nunc proprietates dictionum in hac sententia ab Ovidio scripta. Par erat inferior versus recisse Cupido dicitur atque unum sorripuisse pedem. Quo casu est Cupido? Texas 3.
Nominativo.
Nominativo is correct. Bonus 1 for Texas. Responde ad Anglicae ad Latine. Quare sunt verba recisse et surripuisse infinitivi.
Could you paste the the sentence passage? Yeah.
Why the words? Okay. Does Cupido take a? Wait, no. Does it take a?
I think there's dicitur is said, so maybe like for the indirect statement.
I need your answer, please.
Okay, I'll just go with that. Final answer, because there's an indirect statement and it's like the verb for it.
Yes, indirect statement is correct. Bonus 2. Ovidius continuebat. Quis tibi saeve puer dedit hoc in carmina juris. Dic mihi Anglicae, quare juris in casu genitivi sit.
What has a genitive?
Dedit. Oh. Okay.
So what if we translate? So tell me.
This in a song.
And what does juris mean?
Probably law.
I need your answer, please.
Objective genitive is the reason.
No, I'm sorry, it was partitive genitive. After 19 questions, are there any, let's do the score check.
The score after 19 questions, Florida 135, Texas 65, DC 55.
Are there any outstanding protests before we go on?
Was there ever any word on whether back could be counted?
So there are a couple of things that I have outstanding and we're still looking into. So the first and the most important is toss-up 15. That's what you just noted, Bering, which was translate to English the following sentence. Cum praedones in silva nos invenirent, omnia nobis praeter vestimenta in tergis nostris abstulerunt. And the point in question was whether a translation of back or clothes on our back or something like that was acceptable. We don't know quite yet, so we're still waiting to decide on that. The other thing that's outstanding is the passage question, both the toss-up and the bonus 2. We were explicitly asked to check on the bonus 2, and we are checking on the toss-up. That's much lower priority, and we may move on without that because the team that got it, Florida, buzzed third, and they've already mathematically won the round with the challenges at stand. Any questions, issues? Okay. Thank you.
All right, so we are holding while we wait for the decision on toss-up 15. This is how everyone likes to end a finals match, waiting for toss-up for a protest to be resolved. Well, while we're waiting, I will just let you all know that there is a colloquium on the history of Certamen, on the 50 years of Certamen that Mr. Long put together. So after you've played Certamen all week, you can take a half an hour and learn about the history of Certamen at the NJCL.
Okay, the moderator room has gotten back to us and has ruled that for toss-up 15, we will be accepting answer 3 from Texas, and therefore they will get the bonuses for 15 before we move on to toss-up 20.
Okay. So going back to toss-up 15, bonus 1 for Texas. Now translate Etiam si haec vestimenta a tergis nostris avulsa essent, animus noster ab eis minui non potuissent.
Okay, yeah, even if these clothes on the back.
What does avulsa mean?
Avulsa.
Like
I mean, I think like taken would make sense.
I need your answer, please.
Final answer. Even if these clothes on our backs had been taken, our spirit would have not been able to be lessened by them.
No, I'm sorry. It's very close. But even if these clothes had been torn or taken from our backs, not the clothes on our backs, tergis. Bonus 2. Now translate is qui est praeditus spe et nullo timore nequiquam cibo vestimento tecto privatur.
So he who is endowed with hope and no fear.
Yeah.
Like, is privatur like take?
Freewell. Oh God. I think like because this is, I mean, tecto, maybe like taken again. I don't know.
Is taken from the roof.
I need your answer, please.
You go.
Is like able to survive without.
Okay. He who is endowed with hope and no fear is taken from food, clothes, and a house in vain.
No, I'm sorry. So he who's endowed with hope and no fear is deprived of food, clothing, and shelter, home in vain.
Can I challenge on that one?
Certainly.
Thank you so much.
Michael, there's a challenge there on is taken from for is deprived in privatur. And We will have to hold until the moderators adjudicate that.
Okay. Can you repeat that? Sorry, for my benefit. I have the answer down, but.
So the is taken from is a translation of privatur. All right, this might be a nice time to stretch. Might be a couple minutes. Florida 3, I still need your camera on, please. Kind of feel like the Jeopardy music should be playing right now for the moderators. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, why don't we just do another score check since there have been a few changes while we're waiting.
All right, the tentative score after 19 questions, Florida 135, Texas 75, DC 55.
And we are waiting on, yes, We are still waiting on the moderator's decision on that bonus challenge before we go on to question 20. Well, while we're waiting, maybe a bit of levity. I have with me today my Certamen mascot. It is a Cerberus, but it is 2 dog heads and a cat head. When I was in high school, one of the lower level Certamen players at my school, they made this like our school's Certamen mascot, and one of the players actually made these by hand, which involved decapitating 2 stuffed animals and stitching it to the 3rd. Because one of her teammates had this thing that Cerberus had 2 dog heads and a cat head. So yes, he's with me today for Certamen good wishes for all. I won't mention how old he is. He's old enough. So yes, this one person in particular was very into this depiction of Cerberus. She even did a pumpkin carving of Cerberus with 2 dog heads and a cat head. I have no idea why or where she got it from, that idea, but that was her thing. Yes. Who knows? In years, you two may be looking back fondly on your team's Certamen mascots long after your Certamen days are done. Well, I guess there's World Series, so your Certamen days never really have to be done. All right. We are still waiting for the moderators to make a decision. I don't know, if this goes on long enough, I'm gonna start telling like really lame stories about my life, y'all. We have a suggestion that I should ask you all if a hot dog is a sandwich or not. I see some no's. Apparently the novices were split on this. Which raises a different question. Is a taco a sandwich? No. But a hot dog's not a taco, it's not. Does pineapple belong on pizza? These are the great questions in life. I hope our YouTube watchers this is a good time to go to the bathroom if you've been waiting. Hopefully we will get an answer soon. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, players. You can't go to the bathroom. Or that would feel inappropriate for me to allow now. I know it's a long wait. I know nerves are up. Hopefully it won't be much longer. You know, my spouse is basically waiting for the round to be done so he can use the internet again. Just to limit any potential tech complications. All of our other devices are off the internet right now here, the duration of the round. We hope so. I don't think a Certamen protest took a really, really long time to resolve. It's gonna be a thing you want to explain to your interviewer.
No, I don't think the job interviewer will quite understand that, but you never know. Maybe they formerly played Certamen.
You never know. I'm reading a reading group on Lucian with some alums and current students, and met with them Monday night right after Certamen, and I was explaining what I was doing, moderating Certamen, and I was like, wait, I should explain what Certamen is, and everyone in the room was like, we've all just Googled it to try to figure out. It's like, right, not everyone's part of this world.
If you show them this video, they'll be very confused, so choose a different round.
Yeah, you just stop at like question 18 because it gets kind of slow after that.
Okay, we have an update.
Right.
So let me repeat the question in question. So that was toss-up 15 bonus 2. Texas answered the question of translate is qui est praeditus spe et nullo timore ne quiquam cibo vestimento tecto privatur. And the issue was whether privatur can mean is taken from. We have determined that it is acceptable, and Texas will be awarded those 5 points on 15 bonus 2.
All right, so that'll be 15 points total on toss-up 15 for Texas. Thank you all for waiting patiently. I know that is not any fun. Can we have an updated score check before the final question?
Florida 135, Texas 80, DC 55.
Well played, everyone. Final question, final toss-up. Toss-up 20 for all teams. What two men stay at Pherae in the house of Diocles as they, encouraged by a so-called Gerenian charioteer, journey to visit Helen and Menelaus? Texas 2.
Pisistratus and Telemachus.
Pisistratus and Telemachus is correct. As they journey to visit Helen and Menelaus and discover Odysseus's fate. Bonus 1 for Texas. Menelaus was in the process of marrying off what son of his, whose name it means great sorrow, to a daughter of Elector?
Okay, so it's either Nicostratus or Megapenthes, and I'm guessing it's Megapenthes because of the great part, but I'm gonna type them both.
Yeah, Megas, that would make sense.
Right.
Go with it, yeah.
All right, Megapenthes, final answer?
Megapenthes is correct. Bonus 2. During their initial conversation, Helen slips the drug Nepenthe into the drinks of Telemachus and Menelaus. From what Egyptian woman had Helen received this drug?
Polydamna. Final answer, Polydamna.
Polydamna is correct. And that's 20 points on toss-up 20 for Texas. And the final score.
And the final score of the advanced finals is Florida 135, Texas 100, DC 55.
Well played, everyone. I would like to congratulate you all on a great game. Good luck in the future of your Certamen. I would like to thank all the moderators and staff and everyone working behind the scenes to make this all happen. And best wishes for a happy and enjoyable rest of your Certamen and convention. Certamen's over. Rest of your convention.
Thank you to the moderating staff and everyone else related.